where or how did you meet SPM? Did he reach out to you? Did you reach out to him? Fill us in, and then I'll interject.
Cool. So I had leaps and bounds in my life of success, and I had crumbled after a breakup that didn't work out. And when that didn't work out, I was making good money. I said, what the fuck am I going to do with my life? Like, money is not satisfying me. What the fuck am I going to do with my life? And I said, you know what? I want to be an artist. I always wanted to be an artist, but I never did it because I had reading problems, bro. It's true. To this day, I'm still a slow reader. Now I can read, but I'm a slow reader. Hey, don't tell 50 Cent, though, because he's going to be trolling me and shit. Yeah, so I said, I'm going to be an actor. I'm going to be an artist. I'm going to do music. I'm going to be an actor. So I became an actor, started studying right here in Huntington Park. And then eventually there's a good maestro in el Mercadito de Los Angeles, because I also study in Spanish too, porque también hablo español. And I'm going to do a lot of Spanish roles. And one time when I was in character, one time I was in a table read. So going to your question of how I met SPM. So one time I was in this movie that still hasn't happened called Mi Revolucion by Danny Boy. He has this book out. It's a really good book. I recommend it. And my character in it was about this kid fighting for his brother's innocence that was in jail. And when you're in character as an actor, bro, you go deep. You go deep, bro. You go deep. And I thought, is anyone doing this for SPM? And I thought, at that very moment, I thought, what happened to SPM? Because I never heard of him anymore. Like, I grew up, you could say, you know, I grew up. And honestly, bro, I'm going to be honest, I grew out of rap completely. I wasn't even listening to rap anymore, bro. And to be honest with you, I hardly even listen to rap till this day, bro. If I do, it will be him for character development purposes. But I like classical, bro. I like podcasting of positive things that are going to build me as a person, bro. Mm-hmm. To the person I want to be, or the light I want to be in this world, bro. You know? So I looked into him. I looked into him, and I dug deep. I dug really deep. I seen he was in jail, and I didn't even know. Like, oh, I did know. That it got to me, but I didn't know the whole story, you know? So I dug really deep. I even went through the court transcripts. I went through all that, and I really read about his case, and I thought, fuck, this looks like he got railroaded. Like, that's right away from what I thought, you know? And at this time, I don't know the guy. And I thought, it looks like, you know, there was a plea deal as well, too. He didn't take the plea deal 5 years. Just a lot of different things, bro. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to reach out to him. I reached out to him. I sent him like a 5-page letter. Introduced myself. Told him a little bit about my life. And, like, try to squeeze in my life, I guess, in those 5 pages. And I also mentioned I was an actor, but I just threw that in. You know, it wasn't like the main thing. I just wanted to reach out for him and wanted to see what he's doing for his freedom, I guess you could say. And time passed, and one day I get a letter, bro. And I was having a horrible day, bro. And then I get a letter. I'm like, what the fuck? To me, it was exciting because I grew up listening to his music. And I used to hate being Mexican at one point. I wanted my name to be Paul at one point, because my name's Pablo. I wanted my name to be Paul at one point because I didn't want to be associated with Mexicans at one point. That's just the honest truth. And I think it falls down to Miss Patton, bro. I felt she was racist. I don't want to throw that race card, you know, but I wasn't happy or proud of being Mexican at one point in my life. But when I heard Mexican radio and when I heard all his music, he became my favorite rapper as a kid, you know? And so when I received that letter back from him, it was like, man, I almost want to say it was around Christmas, bro. But it was like the best Christmas gift, I guess you could say, bro, because it was around that time. I opened it up. I was so excited. I remember, like, I got something to drink just to read it. And it was a very inspirational letter of him giving, like touching on things about that letter. Very inspirational. And he touched on a lot of things that inspired me. And he ended it off with saying, hey, it turns out I'm looking for an SPM actor. Who knows? Send me a picture or something. I don't remember. And about 3 years passed, letters back and forth. I think a few phone conversations. The phone conversations took a while before it got to that. First it started with letters. It got to a point I didn't think nothing was going to happen. I thought, oh, you know what? Maybe nothing's ever going to happen, you know? And then here's another bad day. One time I was at a mechanic in Montebello with my car. It was not working. And suddenly I get a phone call. And I don't have no money to pay the mechanic. I'm just having a horrible day and I get a phone call. And it's him. He's like, yo, I need you on the airplane tomorrow.
And this is the first phone call?
No, it's not the first phone call. Okay. I honestly don't remember the first phone call too good. It was like, I honestly don't. But this is the first time he said, hey, I need you on a plane tomorrow. I'm like, oh shit, that bad day turned into like, I told my mechanic, hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'll be back. I don't know when, but I'll be back, you know?
Okay.
So I jump on the plane. He didn't give me too much detail. He says, for a music video, not too much detail. Sometimes as an actor, it's good when you don't ask too many questions because you become like a diva, I guess. Like people don't want to work with divas, right?
Right.
So you got to be easy to work with. So when he says he needs me on a plane, I just said, yeah, you know? He said, this person's going to contact you from Dope House Records. And for your information, I'll see you. Well, he didn't say I'll see you, but you'll be over here tomorrow. All right, we'll talk then. All right, cool. So I'm on the airplane. And I'm looking out the window, just looking at the view, you know, enjoying it. And at that point, it kind of hit me. Like a little fear, I guess you could say. I'm like, what the fuck am I getting into? Like a prisoner's like flying me out. That's what went through my mind. Like someone like, yes, I'm a big fan of him, but someone that's in jail is flying me out. What am I getting into? And as an actor, sometimes it could be a little scary because like my first acting job was in Miami for something else. And one time this dude, a Samoan dude, picked me up in a white van. I thought I was getting kidnapped, you know? So sometimes you don't know what you're getting into, bro, as an actor. You don't know you don't know the people picking you up. So at that point, I got a little scared and I prayed, bro. I prayed to God. I don't know if you know this, but I played Jesus, bro.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite acting roles that I played. I grew out my hair, my beard. I lost weight for that role. We performed it in El Mercadito de Los Angeles. They filmed it to the movies of it. There's pictures. But anyways, I prayed and I asked God to protect me. And once I was done with that prayer, bro, I looked out the window and I swear to you, bro, it looked like thousands of angels were following me, bro. Thousands of angels were fucking following me to Houston, Texas. This is my first time I'm ever going there, bro. And check this out. I took a picture of that moment. It's on my Instagram. On the Instagram, it only looks like one angel, but you can make it out, bro. That picture is on my Instagram. But it looked like thousands. And then at that very moment, bro, because everything I do now, bro, especially since I became an artist, I leave it to God, bro. I let God guide me, bro. And I believe somehow God put me in this position to connect with Carlos Coy, SPM. And that, when I seen that very moment, everything, I just felt comfortable at that very moment, you know?
Okay. So you land?
I land. His nephew picks me up. Have I met him before? Oh, I did meet him. Yeah, I didn't meet him before. He was out here in LA. They take me to a hotel and, you know, they'd say, you know, get your rest or whatever. We'll pick you up in the morning type of thing, you know? And, oh no, my shoot date wasn't until a few days later. They actually connect me with one of his engineers, Jaime Payne Ortiz. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
No.
Jaime Payne Ortiz, he's one of his producers he works with and still works with his chief engineer that he works with today. And so Jaime and his nephew, or his cousin, I mean, picked me up. And so I'm just chilling and I'm getting a lot of backstory of his life, of who Carlos was and from the golden era days, you know?
Right.
And we're barbecuing and he tells me he produced, I was asking him, well, what songs have you done? And he told me a certain song. It was called He's a Bird, He's a Plane. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Because that's actually one of my favorite SPM songs. Actually, it is my favorite SPM song. And I'm just having like one of those aha moments. I'm like, how the fuck am I right here? How the fuck am I right here? I'm about to play SPM, the dude that made me proud to be a Mexican, the dude I admired growing up. How the fuck am I right here? And the dude that produced the beat for my favorite song, I'm right next to him. He's barbecuing for me right there, treating me really great. How the fuck is this happening?
And he flew you out there to be in a video?
In a video, it's called